Hi, it's Don Southerton and the weekly edition of Everything Korea. This week's episode I've titled, "'Tis the Season." Let's go ahead and get started. Year-end promotions, restructuring, and new assignments. Korean Corporate Culture 2016. Year-end organizational-wide promotions, restructuring, and new assignments for teams are part of Korean corporate culture. Top to bottom within Korean companies, they occur sometime between early December and early January, with changes in leadership happening first and team level changes as a norm made the week before or during the Christmas through New Year's break. Now, after the holidays, teams then report back to work. Some assume new roles, frequently in departments they have little experience, requiring employees to acquire new skills, sink or swim. Meanwhile, others are en route to assignments in overseas operations, a challenge for those working outside Korea for the first time. In the days that follow this reshuffling, briefing of replacements is very important. Staff remaining in their jobs update new management teams on the status of projects and on the issues out there. Now, some years we see less organizational or reorganization of the teams and departments and divisions. Some years we see more. The latter can be driven by leadership looking to shake things up in the organization to spur growth. All said, change is commonplace and an accepted side of this Korean business. Now, this year's concerns in the Korean economy have prompted the major groups to initiate earlier in December even a year-end restructuring. But no sooner was that announced than the Korean presidential scandals have required the groups to reconsider pushing off this early annual move, or earlier than usual annual move. This said, LG, CJ, and Colon, for example, have finally started their annual shifting of staff. Media reports that Samsung and SK are to do so very soon. The Hyundai Motor Group, which is Hyundai, Kia, and many of the affiliates there, plan to announce promotions of executives at the end of this month, so probably before the holiday. So, what to look for later this month? The top chaebol will post these promotions and provide some insights on trends. For example, we'll see a public announcement in the Korean language business media on the total number of leading chaebol executives promoted within each group. So Samsung will announce it, Hyundai will pronounce it, LG, a few of the big groups. And they'll give you a number usually of those advancing from general manager, bujang, to director and above. The chaebol also usually comment on whether this year's promotion number is more or less than in the past, and the big reason why they're changing maybe something this year. Now, more recently, the number of female employees who have made executives within a group are being highlighted, and it's a gradual move upward for women within the ranks. Now, this is in contrast to a time when they were considered temporary staff and not on a long-term staff on track to be considered for management. Finally, for teams below director level, or below moving up from general manager to director, time and rank promotions follow a model of 3 to 4 years for each of the first tiers up to manager. And for the upper level management, which is deputy general manager, chajang, and general manager, bujang, those usually a 5-year tenure between each grade levels. So, for global teams out there, I suggest you congratulate those promoted, but also be sensitive to team members who were passed over. Time and grade, just one criteria for promotion. So, until next time, this is Don Southerton wishing you all the best. Questions, comments, and concerns, thoughts are always welcome. Take care. Again, 'tis the season.